potential I have, and I really feel that I have to personally be okay to give myself the platform again and again, so that my different talents come out again and again. I have zero self-doubt in terms of will I be successful. That's not even my goal. My goal is to just do it because I want to do it, and I have one life, and I am really going to do it and enjoy it. And while I can do that, trust me, Namrata, to have it, and I'm saying that with absolute no modesty and complete honesty, that this really works, and it really worked wonders. Pretty much everything that I have done, I have translated into coaching and training. Everything. I can literally say everything. From I've flown, I've done hospitality training. I have worked in a call center, I've told them how to take calls. I have learned how to speak the US UK accent, and I moved into how do you produce these accents. Pageants have moved into that. Clicks have moved into that. So, training has just been where everything has led me there in different diversified ways. When I'm pretty much in my 30s, and I've been training since in my early 20s. So I have trained people from the age group of 18 to the age group of 60 plus. Whenever I have gone for senior management programs, initially when I do leadership programs or change management or transformation programs, is where I used to get this hang up of them thinking that I am young. And that may probably, in all probabilities, it could have stopped their learning, or they were not able to see me as a subject matter expert because of the age barrier that they may have. So whenever I have gone to these programs, I have worn a sari, a linen sari, I have worn my specs, I've tried to look older so that they can look at the subject matter. So sometimes branding yourself to the audience you are going to interact with is extremely important. The basic values of humility, honesty, determination, dedication, compassion, be a good human being as a brand before you become a brand of any particular product or service or whatever you're trying to say. Because no matter how good all of the other things is, but if people are not able to see the warmth, the compassion in a human being, how approachable you are, how people need to fall in love with not just your services, but you as a person. Services, plenty of competitors. There are plenty of providers who are very, very good. Products, very, very good. But you should be indispensable because they enjoyed having a relationship with you. They enjoyed the kind of exchange they had with you. And that's what makes a brand, according to me. Conducted Quarantine Queen in association with Mrs. India Universe. I'm their official grooming partner, and I've been with them for almost a few years now. And we've been doing physical pageants with them. And this time when the lockdown happened in 2020, we had to push the main event down to 2021. And in between, we thought we must do something that can give that platform to people from home. So I was the first one all over India to conduct something like a Quarantine Queen. I conceptualized the whole thing, and we ran an absolute 7-day pageant online. So we had trainings of about 3-4 hours a day, after which the contestants were making videos, sending us there. Lots of tasks that were given to them, lots of training that was provided to them. We had given them trainings on ramp walk. I did a ramp walk session virtually online from home for them. So I taught them walking on the ramp, to the heels that they must wear, to styling, to makeup, to the Q&A round, to the introduction. And it was a fantastic experience. We ran almost 6 seasons of Quarantine Queen in between 2020 to 2021 with contestants all over the world.
Right. And what about Show Off Clicks?
So Show Off Clicks is a platform where it allows people to show off their skills. Clicks, particularly photography, particularly things like modeling, particularly things like video making, etc., on a platform for non-professionals. When I'm also coaching the people on the Show Off Clicks now on how do you present themselves and then how do you win.
What are the differences between ramp walk modeling and still photography assignments for brand endorsement shoots or maybe a celebrity special calendar?
Huge difference. Being a ramp walk model requires years of practice, training, professional training with a modeling agency who can teach you how to wear the stilettos, how to walk in those stilettos, what's your posture going to be like. Your expressions are not required in modeling on the ramp. Whereas still photography, anything that captures you on the camera requires a plethora of emotions that you should be able to express. your poses, your body, your way the way you predict yourself. Every time you pose for a brand, you become the brand. And you must be able to change your brand depending on if you're working for a food product, are you working for garments, are you working for jewelry, are you collaborating with another celebrity and doing it. You must be able to constantly shift change. It's like becoming from a caterpillar to a butterfly all the time. That's the journey of anybody who's on photography modeling, digital modeling, whatever it has got to do with the camera. But ramp walk, absolutely different ballgame. Your body has to be a certain way. Your height has to have a certain inches, foot, centimeters. It's a prerequisite of being on the ramp. You have to be okay with rejection if you're getting into modeling. If rejection is going to break you into pieces, modeling is not for you. Because there is so much competition and there is constantly people telling you, hey, you're good, not good. Very heartlessly, very ruthlessly, people will say, you're not good for this. Don't take it personally and say, oh my God, I'm not good. You're not good for this product. 9. You may be good for something else. So don't give up. Try in different ways. But be okay to understand that the feedback is not for you, but for you, for this brand. So you must be able to differentiate between the two. And trust me, there are lots of models who go through mental, emotional counseling all the time. Because acceptance and rejection is very difficult to manage mentally. So know that if you're in ramp or in photography, you've got to be mentally very, very strong. Along with being physically very strong, you have to have healthy competition, work on your body in both the places, but different skills required for ramp, different skills required for both. Get in touch with experts for either or industry. Don't go as a novice, because that's when you will face more rejection. The more prepared you go, the lesser rejections you face. Yeah, that's a very, very important point. And that's a mistake I have made. So I realized that, had I realized that I wanted a coach to tell me way back when I was 21, when I started modeling, it would have really shortened my journey and understand what works for us. And that is where I think consultants like Grishma and me come in, where we can help people see this, because we have seen ourselves grow up all along. We don't really understand this on what is working for us and what not, unless someone points it out. At some point in time, it was pointed out to me when I was flying for an airline. And as an aviation expert, we are very, very particular about how the crew looks. That's where my learning began. And I think if somebody had not pointed it out, in all probability, I would have also asked for a consultant who could help me. So it always helps. If you are not an expert, there are loads of experts around you who can help you. And that's I think is the only thing. If you know, good, great. Use what is your knowledge and what you have in hand. If you don't, please do connect with an expert. In fact, just to add a little to what Grishma said, it's not just the celebrities who go through strategy. I've been training people to even go on successful dates.
Wow. Right.
Yeah, even that is an audience that you're connecting. It's an impression, understanding Absolutely. The basics of chivalry, being able to open the door for a lady, knowing when to pull the chair, when not to pull the chair, what kind of humor to strike, what kind of humor to not strike. Is it too over-friendly? Is it, what are you looking for? So you see, even it starts from a basic of dating to giving an interview, to being a leader, to being a team worker, to being a presenter. It ranges from everywhere to everywhere. So there's strategy in almost every image that has to be managed. And I have a 12-year-old kid. And I married pretty early at the age of 24 and had my son at 25. So it was a very early setup for me. I, of course, had problems like everybody else. Circumstantial issues are almost in every other alternate Indian household. Let them learn how to take care of themselves. Forget the fact that you just need to follow your dreams. We all know that we are not here forever. And the way we have groomed our husbands, our in-laws, is almost like अगर आप घर से निकल गए, तो आपका घर बिल्कुल रास्ते पे आ जाएगा. That's what it is said. And there is a plethora of potential in every single human being. Forget women or men. I mean, I'm not too much of a gender discrimination person, but every single person has so much potential. And very often, the only limitation that is there in their lives is themselves. And again, I know thousands of people who are like that, extremely talented, but somehow like, no, I can't do this because, I can't do this because, I can't do this because, so many reasons to not do. but that one strong reason to do doesn't really come out of their mouth, or it's not strong enough. So I've always said your why is always has to be more important than the how. How I will do it, how I will lose weight to get into it, how I will talk to my family, how I'm going to present myself, secondary. Why am I doing it? Reason is strong enough, everything will fall into place. So yes, so ask yourself, why is it that you want to do? And what is it that you want to really do? And why should everybody else cooperate with your dream? Perfect. So I in fact have a disclaimer line for all the people in my family and everywhere around that don't expect me to be a 10 on 10 in anything. Some places I'll be an 8, 8.5, 7.5, 9, 9.5. I'll keep moving between 7 to 10. I'll attempt to do the best, but don't expect me to be perfect. So I have no pressure on me, myself, that, oh my God, I will break into pieces if I don't perform well. And it's happened over time. Wasn't always that. I've always had the need to perform, be liked, be looked at. And I've always had these wants in me to do my best. But I realized I was burning out in that time. And in the last 8-10 years, I have seen a massive paradigm shift in who I have become, what kind of talents I have. Am I embracing those talents? Am I giving the world an opportunity to see those talents? So I have lots. I will keep coming up with something or the else. I think last lockdown 1.0 was Quarantine Queen, and we came up with the virtual pageant. Lockdown 2.0, I came up with Coffee in Chaos. And I'm sure in 3.0, I'll have something as well. So I'm evolving. I take each day as it comes. And I love my talents and I love what I can offer, and I shall keep doing that all the time.